hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be the versions of yourself that have exactly what you want. I hope that's what you're doing. I hope you are claiming to be the self you really want to be. The self that has whatever it is that you're manifesting, or whoever it is that you're manifesting. If you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form, let me just say this. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithKimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. They're in the screens that just went by. I have 3 channel memberships. Yes, folks, 3. The number one, the one I think you should look at, is the VIP, the Advanced Manifestors Group. That is a group where we are going to deep dive every single thing you can think of manifestation. So we expand our awareness. You know why we want to do that? We want to expand our awareness so that we understand manifestation, so we can stop shitting ourselves over reality. It's a good group. It's a fun group to be in. Right? We judge each other in the group, and it's not even a judging group. It's a learning group. It's a deepening group. And right after that, because that one is Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time-ish, right after that, the 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday group is the exclusive lives. That's a group where it is judge only. We only talk success stories and tips and tricks, and usually there is so much to share. But there are nights where we don't even get through all the people that have things to share. So it's an exciting group, and you definitely leave there feeling uplifted. And it is a cozy group. We are chill. You don't have to be on camera, and you don't even have to talk if you don't want to. But we are all like hanging out in each other's living rooms, and it is a fun, definitely uplifting experience. And then we have the hot seat group. In the hot seat group, that is on Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the group you get into the hot seat and ask me anything you want. Why I think you should look at the VIP, the Advanced Manifestors Group, because that group gives you the free access to all 3 channel memberships. Okay, more bang for your buck. You also have the access to all of the missed sessions, the previous recordings under the playlist. So the VIP group is called the VIP Advanced Manifestors for a damn reason. It actually doesn't say VIP on it anywhere. I call it the VIP because it is. It's a very important group. Very important. Anyway, me singing my long old intro is for Mr. Lester that I love very much. Lester is a part of the memberships. He's an HBIC for sure, and he enjoys that. So that was for you, Lester. Just saying. I love giving shout outs. I do. It's fun. You know why? Because I used to like thinking, oh my God, I want that person to shout me out in a video. Oh my God. Hi, Jason, Mama. Just saying. No. Anyway, so what are we talking about today? We're talking about successfully manifesting and where people miss the mark. Let me read you something from Neville Goddard. Prayers to be successful must be claiming rather than begging. So if you would pray for riches, turn from your picture of poverty by denying the very evidence of your senses and assume the nature of being wealthy. Let me kim that down for anybody that didn't understand. Neville can be confusing sometimes. So he talks, poor old Neville. Prayers, which is praying, is really you deciding to be a version of yourself. That's prayer. What we've been conditioned with is prayer is begging God, please, please God, oh please God, oh please God. And listen, I think when we're really nervous about something, we just naturally do that due to conditioning. But we don't have to beg for an outside Gandalf on the mountain God to give us what we want, because God is already telling us, yes, you may have whatever you are conscious of being. Absolutely, yes. Because your consciousness is God. We are all connected in that consciousness. So therefore, we all have God within us. You don't believe in God? Insert the word you do, okay? So for some of us, we get so attached to our techniques and maybe our manifestation routines. We get very, very caught up in the techniques and miss the mark when it comes to the most important part, which is our consciousness, what we are aware or who we are aware of being. So today is serving as a reminder. If you are someone who is regularly doing your manifestation techniques, but you sincerely feel like nothing is happening in reality and you're viewing reality as nothing is happening, I'm getting concerned that maybe I'm doing something wrong. First and foremost, right off the top, you thinking you're doing something wrong is a problem. And by problem, I mean it's something you're going to stop saying to yourself today. We never tell ourselves that we're doing something wrong on our manifestation journey. Okay? You're doing everything right. That's a belief. So clearly we want the more favorable belief. We're doing everything right. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to be led to be doing everything right. You're going to be inspired to make the right decisions, to take the right actions. This is why I say on my channel that you cannot do anything, to really ruin a manifestation. But when we're viewing our reality as not working, nothing's changing, what's the truth? Who are we really aware of being? Are we claiming to be a version of ourselves? Or are we doing our techniques, and once the techniques are over, we are staying in the same exact state of consciousness that manifested the reality that we're currently experiencing, where it appears like nothing is happening? So let me say, for example, maybe you're manifesting a specific person. And maybe in this example, maybe you are experiencing the manifesting of a specific person, and that specific person is someone you have had some kind of already relationship with, even if it was just, like friends with benefits and entanglement. So when you found manifestation and you decided you were going to manifest the full-blown relationship with your specific person, you started doing your techniques, right? Everybody talks about techniques in their videos, affirming, visualizing, scripting, all the things, embodiment, my favorite, decision making. Maybe you are affirming, every 3 hours. You open up your phone, you see your list of affirmations, you start reading them off. Where's your awareness for real in that moment? Is your awareness on, oh my God, I still got to balance my checkbook. I gotta cook dinner, but I'm going to read out loud. Now, some of us with ADHD, some of our neurodivergence peeps, don't panic. I know maybe your mind is actually doing that. It's okay. Me too. Let me just tell you, you can still manifest. If I can do it, you can do it. And yes, this girl's, I think you can tell, neurodivergent. Yes. All right. So, but on a serious note, when you're reading off your affirmations, right? Again, this is just an example. And your mind is just reading what you have typed on your phone or typed on paper. You're just reading it off. But up here, we're not even thinking about what we're affirming. And if we don't already have the belief that no matter what I affirm, I get, no matter what, I can affirm and affirm and affirm and affirm and affirm. And I know me doing that brings me to the state of consciousness that I need to be to get what I want. If you've got that belief established already, great, not talking to you. But for everybody else who has not created that belief for yourself, if you're doing your technique, again, we're just using affirmations as an example. There is no hate, no judgment on affirmations, okay? I don't mind affirmations. I affirm, I'm just saying. The whole point of manifestation, the whole point, the meat and potatoes around manifestation is who you are consciously aware of being. who you really inside, really, for real, believe you are, or what state you're embodying. It's all the same thing. That's the meat and potatoes of manifestation, is your awareness. Not your every thought. That's a big one. Not your every thought. Neville Goddard says, praying then is seen to be recognizing yourself to be that which you now desire, rather than its accepting form of a petitioning a God that does not exist for that which you now desire. Do you understand what he's saying? Praying is not begging God, begging Jesus, the God on, Gandalf on the mountain God, for whatever it is you're manifesting. That's not praying. Praying is you making the conscious decision in this mind of yours that you are the self that you want to be. So if you're manifesting a relationship with your specific person, then you praying for you is, I am the version of self in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with my specific person's name. Do you have to say that exact affirmation? No. You can just have the thought. The thought's enough. You choosing that thought. Consciously choosing it. This is who I am. I am that self now. Another way of getting there is asking yourself what if questions. What would it feel like to be experiencing the relationship that I'm manifesting? What do I think it would feel like to actually be in that relationship right now? Because guess what? You actually are, right? All time is now. Different conversation. So all the techniques, and some of us are married a little too tightly to them, meaning it's very easy to misunderstand and think that it's the techniques that are manifesting. You're manifesting a specific person. You did your routines. You did your affirmation routine. You did it today. But the rest of the day, you are aware of being nowhere near being in a relationship. Really don't believe that you're good enough to be selected by your specific person. That's who you are aware of being. That's the true awareness. Again, I am not referring to random thoughts that pop up in your head. They are not your fault. It's the thoughts that you're believing. It's the thoughts that you're saying yes to. It's the thought of you still deciding that your true self, your trueness, the who you are, is someone that can't be in a relationship, someone that can't be loved, because you don't believe you're good enough, because you don't believe your specific person will actually ever change and ever choose you. We are told when you pray, go within in secret and shut the door, and that which your Father sees in secret, with that will he reward you openly. We have identified the Father to be the awareness of being, your awareness. We have also identified the door to be the awareness of being. So shutting the door is shutting out that which I am now aware of being and claiming myself to be that which I desire to be. The very moment my claim is established to the point of conviction, that moment I begin to draw unto myself the evidence of my claim. So you see, the moment you are making that conscious thought, okay, you're thinking consciously most of the time, right? A lot of time we can be on autopilot, and your autopilot will change as you change, so you don't have to stress the autopilot. When you have that conscious thought that you are who you want to be, that's it. The ball is rolling. But the idea is to be aware of that. Be aware of that. Don't be so attached to the techniques and then the rest of your time going back to the old state of being, going back to the old self. Again, it doesn't matter what techniques you use. They hold no power. Techniques are tools and nothing more than that. But even with the techniques, they're of no use if you are still dominantly in your old state. Now, just because you get a thought, a shitty thought, that doesn't automatically equate to you being out of the state. No. This is why we say, well, I say, you don't have to be afraid of thoughts. You have to return consciously to who you want to be. And let me demonstrate just how easy it is to shift a state. Think right now in this moment. Think of your desire. If you're manifesting a specific person, right? Think of your specific person. Now think of the idea of being in the relationship that you're manifesting. Think about being in that relationship. Think about identifying yourself as whatever the title is you're using: girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, partner. Think about that. And think about that title being on you. So if you're manifesting a marriage, and we'll use the example of wife because I'm a chick, and you hold that title of wife, think about what that means to be a wife. I don't mean the physical, everyday things that you equate to like duties of a wife. We all have our own definitions of what they are. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the thought of being a wife. What do you think that would be like? What would life be as a wife? How would it feel to know I did it? I married the love of my life. I'm here. I got here. I did it. How do you think it would feel to have your person be in love with you and choose you? All right, let's make this fun. Thanksgiving is next week, and if you are someone that celebrates Thanksgiving, let's think about you cooking dinner for Thanksgiving. If it would make it easier, if you are someone that goes to somebody else's home, like your parents, aunts and uncles, friends, or even your specific person's family, think about spending Thanksgiving Day as the husband or the wife of your person. Just for a moment, close your eyes and think about sitting at a table. You don't have to know exactly what the fucking table looks like or what the room looks like. This is just pretend, but it's not really. Think about it. You're sitting at a table for Thanksgiving, and everyone is sitting at the table. Don't worry about having a perfect picture. You're just getting the ideas here. You're sitting at that table, and you look to your right, and your specific person is there. Your specific person just reached over and grabbed your hand under the table. Imagine that. Think about that. And at the same time, as you're thinking of that, you're seeing that picture, think, I did it. I'm actually married to this person now. Guess what? That was you going to the wish fulfilled. That was you thinking about consciously, embodying consciously, being that which you want to be, being the self you want to be. You see how simplistic it can be? Doesn't matter if the picture's perfectly clear. Doesn't matter if you have every single detail down. Doesn't matter that you can't see what forks and spoons and types of plates they're using at the table. Doesn't matter where the table was placed. None of that matters unless you think it does. Every time you put yourself there, every time you consciously think a thought that you're with your person, for manifesting money, you're seeing your bank account and you see the money there. You can tap into the feeling of safety, security, You don't have to worry about money anymore, right? You can buy whatever you want. Bills are always paid. Life is easy. What would that feel like? That simplistic what if. How would it feel? Is you doing it? Is you embodying? You thinking the thought, this is who I am now. I like to use the example of, telling yourself that you are in the reality where it is happening. The you getting your desire. Because that's a mental flash picture of me like landing in the right timeline, in the right reality. The reality where that manifestation is mine, all mine. I did it. I got there. I like the quick flash thought idea that I'm in the reality that I want to be in. The reality where I'm getting what I want. The reality where I'm with my person. I'm in the house I want to be in. I got the bank account I've always wanted. I live the life I want. I'm there. This is the reality that it's all happening in. That feels good to me. That's you embodying that version of yourself. That's all I do. That simple, conscious thought. So this doesn't have to be hard. Really, the clincher is, after the techniques are over, who are you? Who are you still claiming to be? Also, side note, me saying, who are you claiming to be? It's not that you can't be aware that you're a specific person and you aren't back in a relationship yet. You can know and accept what's going on around your 3D. That really doesn't matter. What matters is who you still think you are. Hence why I use that example of you consciously being aware that you're in the reality you want to be in, the reality where you have it all, and that you're watching the unfolding of that reality, the unfolding of you getting that desire. That's enough to land you there. That's enough to embody. If you are someone that enjoys really visualizing and thinking about, scenes where you and your person are together, or scenes of you seeing your bank account with lots and lots and lots of zeros, if that's enjoyable, great. You're going there. The entire point of this video is for anyone who is looking at manifestation techniques, because there's lots of content out there, promising you, say this affirmation and boom, 24 hours, something's going to appear. Not that something couldn't appear in 24 hours. I'm saying, in a sense, gets you so reliant on your techniques. And if you've created the belief that the techniques are enough, good. Good. This video isn't for you. Who are you when you're not doing techniques? Who are you really identifying as? That's the question. Who are you dominantly? The flash on this is driving me crazy. So on that note, who are you? Who do you really believe you are? And I'll see you tomorrow.